We did it! 1,000 subscribers in the back pocket. And let me tell you, this is unbelievable. I honestly started this thing at the end of January, and I never imagined I'd even hit 100 subs. Yeah. I had like zero confidence. None. Nada. I told the wife, hey, who knows? Maybe in like 10 years, I'll get 1,000 subs. But boy, oh boy, was I ever wrong, as hey, it happened pretty quick. So, to start things off here, I'd like to thank each and every one of you. You're my bros, okay? You stuck around through all the madness. Yeah, cheers to each and every one of you. And I'd like to give a special shout out here to Rick from Talkin' Habs. Along with Jeff, these guys had some really nice things to say about my channel and definitely helped getting my name out there. So thanks to both of you guys, and to anybody else who has ever recommended my videos to a friend or an enemy or a member of Charles Manson's family. Hey, I'm extremely grateful for all your help. So I'm going to be doing some work behind the scenes to try and bring new things to the channel for next season. Maybe some streaming, whether it's pre-game or post-game, or maybe some live streams during breaking news, huh? Maybe if, for example, the Habs trade Arturi Lehkonen and a second-round pick to the Oilers for McDavid, I can begin streaming that shit immediately, and you can catch me bouncing off the walls with excitement. Live. Now, I've also been entertaining the idea of streaming NHL 21, and if anybody is interested in something like this, you can drop by, watch me get wrecked, and listen to me shoot the shit about all the happenings that are going on in the NHL. Another idea I've had is maybe starting a podcast, huh? Maybe getting a couple of buddies on there, and you can, try and make some sense in what we're saying. Who knows? Maybe we'll even add subtitles. Now, if anybody's got any other ideas, or if you have any knowledge on these sort of things, feel free to leave me a comment or even drop me an email, as this stuff is still all very new to me. And I've got the internet IQ of a green pea. Anyways, guys, as promised, we're going to get right down to it here, okay? The gloves are off, and I'm going to do a Q&A to answer some of the questions that you grasshoppers have been asking me over the past couple of months. I tried to pick all the questions I could, okay? I really did. So I've got a list of 20 here in total, but I am sorry if I missed anybody's question. So, let's begin, shall we? Question number 1, Adam Borsier. The man is wondering, who is my favorite Habs player? Well, this feels like it changes every period, bud. It's kind of like picking your favorite big bag of chips. It's just hard to decide. But Adam, I'm going to have to go with Brendan Gallagher. Boom! That's my final answer, Regis Philman. Question number 2. Alex Clark says, have you always been into hockey? And was your favorite team always the Habs? Yes, and yes, my friend. The Habs have always been my favorite team and always will be, regardless of how shitty they are playing. And hockey has always been my go-to sport. Funny side story here. I hate, and I mean hate, missing Hab games. And I rarely miss a game, okay? And the company I work with in Alberta for many years, they freaking knew this, I tell you. The games in Alberta would start between 5 and 5:30 usually. And yeah, I'd work through all my breaks, lunch break, everything, just to make sure when 4:30 came, I was firing tools back into the truck and hauling ass out of there to make sure I didn't miss a single second of the game. Woohoo, dedication. Question number 3, Elliot Lapierre is wondering if I open a beer in the morning, because he does when I tell him to open a beer and park his ass on the chair. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Sounds like you're a hell of a guy. And as for myself, I've definitely dabbled into some morning beers before in my younger years. Although nowadays I try and stick to, the old nighttime beers. Unless I'm having a barbecue or something. Because hey, I literally don't even know how to turn a barbecue on anymore without a beer open. Step 1 in starting a barbecue, open your beer. Step 2, drink some beer. Step 3, open the propane. Step 4, light her up. Step 5, throw alcohol marinated sunrise bologna on there. Question 4, we've got my buddy Habs fan highlights up in here. He says, congrats on the job, you totally deserve it. Thank you, my friend. So the question here is, how are you so funny and goated? And for real, how old are you? Well, I'll give you a hint of how old I am. The first time I've read comments saying that I was a goat on here, I was thinking, hey, what the hell? Why are these guys calling me a damn goat, huh? Then I started thinking, you know what? If they're gonna call me the name of a barn animal, maybe a goat isn't a bad idea. I mean, it's better than a pig, right? So I accepted it. Until, I actually did some research and found out that the goat was a good thing. So I simmered down. Anyway, to answer your question, I actually turned 32 years old a couple of days back. I guess I'm old by YouTube standards, but hey, I still feel and act like a 10-year-old. As for being funny, I've got no idea, man. I've actually been asked on here if I've got writers making these videos. And that just makes me laugh. No, I don't have writers. And I tell ya, if you think I'm funny, I've got some buddies around here that are 10 times funnier than I am. I just feel like, it's sports. We're usually happy with the team or angry with the team. But if you're unhappy and you can still laugh and joke about things, hey, it's a great coping mechanism. Question number 5. My man, Habs16 asks, how long have you been a Habs fan? Have you ever been at the Bell Center? And have I ever met an NHL player or celebrity? I love it. I've been a Habs fan since as far as I can remember. My dad was a die-hard Habs fan and still is. He often joked when I was a kid that if I didn't cheer for the Habs, then, I'd have to find another place to live. He also would say that if somebody in the family were to ever get drafted by a team other than the Habs, he would probably still watch the Habs games. Yeah, pretty wild stuff. As for going to the Bell Center, I've never been there. It's something that I always wanted to do, and I definitely will do this in the future. Now, I did see like 8 or 9 Habs games when I lived in Alberta, and they came by to play the Oilers, which was pretty badass. And I did meet a few NHL players, but the best experience being when I met Guy Lafleur. As, I had a little one-on-one time with him, which was pretty cool. Question number 6, Heinz57 wants to know what my favorite animal is and why, and don't say dog. I'm gonna have to go with dog on this one, Heinz. Just kidding. You knew I was gonna do that. But hey, I'm gonna have to keep my voice down a little, because if my dog hears me say this, she's gonna lose her freaking mind. But my favorite animal would probably be a Sasquatch. Do you guys have Sasquatches on the mainland, or is that just a common Newfoundland animal? Question number 7. Human Bigfoot was wondering if I had any Habs jerseys. Well, I actually do have one. Just one, and it is, give me a drum roll, Carey Price. But I'm gonna have to get a Caulfield or Suzuki jersey soon. Yeah, it's on my things to do list. Question number 8. Jackson Rember asks, am I ever going to do a face reveal? Maybe later when the channel grows. You know what? I'm not completely sure. I probably will eventually. The original reason why I didn't show myself is because I didn't want anybody to know that I'm Mel Gibson. Haha, just kidding. It's because I wanted to remain anonymous, I've only got like 4 or 5 subscribers on this channel that I know in real life. Pretty crazy. I keep it all hush hush, but who knows? Maybe in the future, this is an idea that I'll entertain. Question number 9. Jesse, who is my prediction to win the cup this year? That's gonna be a tough one. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Colorado Avalanche. Question number 10. Justin Boulay, who is my all-time favorite hockey player? Damn, son, that's another tough one. Well, my favorite Habs player, and one of the earliest members of the Habs that I can remember as a kid, was Lyle Odeline. The guy was a beast. He stuck up for his teammates and was a true warrior. And when the gloves came off, he was always wearing the shit-eating grin while trading punches. I mean, at the time, how could anybody not love that guy? As for a player that wasn't a Hab favorite all time, I'm gonna go out and say Jaromir Jagr. What a beast. Question number 11. Leon Malser is wondering why I am dedicated to the Habs. Because they are my life, dude. I shit little C's with an H in them. Ayo. Question number 12. Luke Bannerman asked if I ever played hockey, and if so, what level did I get to? Unfortunately, Luke, I never did play ice hockey. It was just too damn expensive to join when I was a kid. Although I did play a lot of hockey growing up, and I've always been told I was like, a young Wayne Gretzky out there. Question number 13. Maz El Samedi asked, what is my most memorable Habs game? Oh man, you know what? There is just so many good memories when you really think about it. The standing ovation that Saku Koivu received when he came back from battling cancer was just epic. But as for an entire game, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the game back in 2008, I think it was, when the Habs were losing 5-0 against the New York Rangers and somehow managed to come back and win that game 6-5. Now that That was awesome. Question number 14. Patrick Little is wondering what part of the rock am I from? I'm going to give you a little hint here, Patrick, and let's just say I'm from the Bay. Yeah. Question number 15. Philip St. Laurent is wondering what is my most significant confession, and don't skimp on the details. Whew. Bro, that is deep. So deep. And there are so many confessions that I don't even know where to begin. But hey, maybe one day I'll write a novel on these and I'll give you an autographed first copies collector edition. Yeah. Question number 16. Raheem GTR asks, how does a newfie become a Habs fan? That's a good question. You know what? My guess is it's just because Montreal is probably the closest city to here that has a team. I guess in my town it feels as if we have 40% Hab fans, 40% Leaf fans, 10% Bruins fans, and 10% miscellaneous. But I gotta admit, it's pretty wild around here. I know guys that have had darts thrown at their feet over hockey game disputes. Yeah. It's a religion. Question number 17. My boy, Tim Bates, is wondering what the hell the Habs are going to do if Jake Evans is hurt. Which we all know he is, of course. And whether the Habs should put KK back at center or bring in Michael Frolik, an experienced player, and let Byron play center. Well, I'm not going to lie, it ain't a terrible idea, Tim, but I do think Ducharme made the right decision by selecting Kotkaniemi. And Timmy, keep on grinding away up there in Alberta, boy. Question number 18. Tyson Smith, did I just butcher that? Asked me why am I a Habs fan? Because I'm normal. Boom! Question number 19. Pratatauilia is wondering which player during this NHL season is my favorite. And I'm gonna say, outside of the Habs, I think the work of Connor McDavid this season was unbelievable. But those elbows on the other hand, jeez. Keep the elbows down there, Connor McElbows, please. And question number 20, last but not least, we've got a question from Zach. Zach is wondering if YouTubing was something that I always wanted to do. Did I dream of being a big shot YouTuber as a kid, or did I begin YouTubing because I'm bored? Well, YouTubing was always something that I thought about doing, but I just never really had a good confidence level that, I could try and make it work. It wasn't really a thing when I was a kid, so this sort of thing definitely wasn't on my mind back in the day, but being bored definitely led me to doing this year. And hey, I've got no regrets. It's been a great time. Anyway, guys, that does it for the Q&A. I hope you all enjoyed. My apologies about the extreme length of this video, but hey, I'm pretty amped up here, as I never imagined this day would come, that I'd have 1,000 subscribers. I hope you guys all enjoyed and have a good day. And leave me a comment down there in the old comment section. I'll see you next time.